Hi, Craig Thompson, Sampson Insurance Agency. We commonly get asked this question. I'm renting a vehicle, I'm on vacation, or I'm taking a business trip. Should I buy the collision damage waiver, the extra coverage at the rental counter? Your Massachusetts auto policy follows you in the United States, territories, possessions, and Canada. So whatever you have on your policy at home will follow you. So the decision that you make at the rental counter whether to buy this or not hinges largely on what do you have for coverage at home. If you have an older car and you don't have any collision or comprehensive coverage on it, you may want to consider buying the collision damage waiver. But if you have a newer car or leased car or whatever and you have full coverage subject to a $500 or $1,000 deductible, you're really well advised to possibly just live with the auto insurance that you have at home. Again, it's portable in nature. There are two areas where you may be vulnerable whether you buy this collision damage waiver, a CDW as the rental agencies call it or not. The first one is loss of use. So I'm in a rental car, I get in a serious accident, and the car is laid up in the shop for a couple of weeks. Each day that that car is not able to be used is charged to me on my credit card. My Massachusetts auto policy will not pay for this loss of use exposure. The only way to take care of this is to actually buy the collision damage waiver, the CDW, that the rental agency would like to sell you. And the other one is called Betterment. So I rent a car and it's got 15,000 miles on it. The rental contract stipulates that I must provide them with a replacement of a new car. Well, as you know, as soon as you drive the car out of the showroom, it depreciates. It depreciates substantially. So a car with 15,000 miles after an insurance claim is filed is not going to be able to come up with the type of money to replace with a brand new car. There's going to be depreciation. So that loss of use and that betterment are two things that I just can't provide you. So those are two areas where you may want to consider buying the collision damage waiver. But I just wanted to point out the fact that your mass auto policy is portable in nature. So the question becomes, should I buy the collision damage waiver or not? It's somewhat of an individual call. What I like to tell people is that if you're only renting for a few days and you're in an area that is maybe rural or you know the area really well, you may not want to do it. But if you're in an area where you're in maybe a busy city or an area where you're not familiar, for those two reasons, the loss of use and that betterment, you may want to consider buying it. I'd rather inform my clients and show them the risk, and they can, they can talk to the people at the rental counter and find out what the cost is. I can say that it typically is $20 or $30 a day for the collision damage waiver. And again, some people are willing to assume a certain amount of risk for that kind of money. Other people just want to be safe and be able to turn the car back in and not have to worry about any other future ramifications. So it's really an individual call. Feel free to give us a call if you have any questions or you want to discuss it in any length.
We hope to hear from you. We'd love to be of service to you. Check us out at www.sampsonins.com.